My man.
All right, buddy.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, you guys were absolutely amazing. To see y'all stand up here bold, right? And share your gift is absolutely amazing. I remember when I was in your seat, I would have been too afraid to do it, right? I would have been too afraid to show people my greatness. I would have been too afraid to show people how dope I really was. And I love to see how you guys stood up here today, even if you was a little afraid. You said, I'm going to still do what God has called me to do. Man, it's amazing when my brother asked me to come. I said yes, and then he switched the date on me. But because of the man that he is, I was willing to switch out. And as he said, that I run an organization that's called Involved Dad. And what we do, we restore relationships and restore families through fatherhood engagement. Because I was a product of an uninvolved father, a father that was disengaged. And so that pain that I felt fueled me to begin my own ministry and begin my work. And so I do that full time, where I work with men and helping them to become better, the best version that their children need them to be. Right? And that's what I do 24/7. And so right now at my agency, we got about 25 men who signed up for my program. And so they're there with my staff now, but they're waiting. But I said I had to be here. So we start at 6 o'clock. But I said, I'll be here because I want to pour into you. And so I want to tell you this because I want you to know not only like who you have standing in front of you, because before I leave, I want you to understand who you are. And so I say this because I am you, like for real. I didn't grow up here in Michigan. I grew up in Jersey. And I was athletic. It opened up doors for me to go to school for free, right? Went to Michigan State on an athletic scholarship. I majored in eligibility. And if you know what that means, I was only doing enough just to stay eligible to play football because that is what I thought I was created to do. And I didn't know anything else outside of that, right? Because people would tell me that I talk too much. People would tell me like, yo, you too small. They would tell me that. And for a moment, I really believed that, right? Until I discovered the gift that I really, really have. And I tell you this to be encouraged. I'm not making this tonight, but when I stand up and speak, it doesn't matter if I speak for 20 minutes. It doesn't matter if I speak for an hour. I make $10,000 an hour to open up my mouth and speak to people. And so I'm telling you this from this aspect that I am you. I graduated high school, the high school I went to, I had less than a 2.0, but I was athletic, so they bend some rules to allow me to come play sports for them. And so that's all I thought I was, but until I started tapping into what my real gift was, and that was inspiring people and working with fathers. Because I didn't want another young boy or another young girl to go through what I went through. And so when you're talking about that you want to be successful, how many people in here want to be successful? And I'm going to just give you 3 points. Number 1, I want you to stop complaining. The question is, why me? Why not you? Why shouldn't you go through the pain? Why shouldn't you go through the agony? I remember when I bought my first Louis Vuitton. Really, it was fake Vuitton. In the streets of New York, I bought that boy and it cost me $75. And I was rocking it like it was real. But I realized this, that I wanted what it looked like, but I didn't want what it felt like. Because it cost to have something authentic. So if you really, really, really want success, you have to be really willing to pay the price for what you want. This morning I got up and I knew I had to go to the office, and I work out now every single morning, right? But I woke up this morning, I was like, man, I don't even feel like, I said, I'll work out tonight. But I know me, if I go home, if I don't work out in the morning, I'm not working out at night. So let me tell you what I learned. Forget your feelings. I'm going to say it again. Forget your feelings, because your feelings are lied to you. I don't feel like doing it. So what? You don't feel like doing it. If you said that you made a commitment that you want to be successful, that you want to be the best version of you, what price are you willing to pay? And so when we're talking about black history, you are history. You are history. It's not the Jay-Z's of the world. Jay-Z was somebody just like you, or whoever, Meek Mill, whoever you like, Beyonce, whoever. They were individuals just like us. They took advantage of an opportunity, watch this, in the lifetime of the opportunity. Because you don't know when that opportunity is going to come. And when that opportunity comes, you want to take advantage of that boy. And when I look out here, I'm seeing so many people full of potential. You standing up here singing, and I've seen people up here doing it a little nervous, don't want to be themselves. I used to be afraid to stand up and talk. But now I'm like, no, because babies and people need what I have to say. And it might only be one person. It might only be one person. But that's my assignment for the day. I'm not here to speak to everybody. I came here for one person. That's it, one person. Because I made a commitment to my Creator. I said, yo, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I said, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll be willing to pay the price. I didn't want it, but I had to learn how to forgive. I'll say this to you, right? I had to learn how to forgive. I said, I'll do whatever you want me to do. He said, I need you to forgive your father. Nah, that's too hard. He didn't treat my moms right. Nah, we good on that. We good. I'm just talking to me. I'm not talking to you. But I said, I'm good. He's like, Shon, yo, how you going to travel the world and travel the country? So you mean to tell me you're going to be a public success and a private failure then? So you want to travel the world, tell people how to be healed and how to do better. Oh, but you want your house to be a wreck. So, bro, I had to be authentic. Like really, it was hard. It was hard for me to forget. I didn't want to. I realized that I wanted him to suffer. I know I may be walking down somebody's aisle, but it's all right. It's a process. We talk about making history. The only way that I can help your fathers is if I do the internal work myself. I can't go and tell your daddy to do better if I'm not going to do better, if I'm not willing to pay the price.